Saw you out there doing a little bit of like walkthrough kind of stuff. What's it like just trying to do what you can, which really isn't a ton out there right now?
It's all right. It's a lot of coaching up the guys that are doing stuff. Jason's out there. He's doing a great job. Zach's out there doing a great job. Trying to help as much as I can.
What about learning too? What can you try to learn when you're not out there, actually participating?
I'm still practicing, snapping the ball. Being that I only played, I don't even necessarily know how many games I played at center last year, but I wasn't playing center the whole year. My first actual game, Colorado State, I had, I think, 4 practices playing center in full pads. So I'm still learning the mechanics and everything. First step, basic stuff.
So is center the focus for you now, or are you still kind of going to be a swingman?
Yeah, 100% center. But I'm always going to be available to do whatever I need to for the team.
Where do you think you improved the most at center last year?
I think I improved most in my communication. Center has a lot of responsibilities, IDing the fronts and everything like that, and getting everybody on the same page. And I think I did a good job of that.
Is that kind of what you like about the position? You get kind of more involved, and you kind of have to know more when you're there?
Yeah, for sure. I love football, so knowing basically as much as I can about the play. I don't necessarily know too much about what the receivers are doing on any given play unless they're told, or unless I'm told about what's going on. But O-line wise, I know what everybody's doing on every single play, so I can get everybody right.
Apparently Matt Paradis spoke to you guys today. Mm-hmm. You played your position at a pretty high level. Mm-hmm. What was your takeaway from that?
My takeaway, his story's crazy. You guys know about his story. Just basically taking away, what do you see yourself doing that everybody else can't see yourself doing?
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, because he talked about how he came here as a gray shirt, and then they moved him to O-line, and he was kind of on the fence about it, but he kind of just went full speed at it and took it on, and it took him to a high level.
Is he, in terms of that stuff too, did he give you any tips or anything? I know Sim and Keen were talking about just stuff how to snap the ball and your grip on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. Little pointers, stuff like that. I didn't really get to do too much with them hands-on, but I'd love to for sure.
You think you're out? Obviously, Roger's out. I know O-line is so big on continuity and communication and stuff. How's the group kind of coming along this spring, even with a couple guys like they're supposed to be starters, not out there?
Yeah, I think they're doing a great job. A couple players like Jason for sure is doing a great job getting ready. Hall's doing a great job getting ready. And I sit in the meeting rooms next to Tyler Keeneth and Zach Holmes, and they're doing a great job getting ready, communicating. I'd say it's pretty young in there for sure. But yeah, the O-line's moving along.
Do you feel like with the potentially four quote unquote starters back, you just got to get the right tackle figured out, but do you feel like the O-line, you guys could be a strength of the team next year?
Oh, of course. I feel like we could be a strength of the team any given year, especially with who we have back there. Ashton's going to do a great job. Breezy's going to do a great job. Everybody back there is going to do a great job.
We saw in the fall just how important O-line depth could be. Obviously, I'm sure you'd rather be out there, but is that a little silver lining that you guys are able to build that depth and get some guys more reps?
Yeah, for sure. O-line's one of those positions where it's all 5 guys playing every single snap of every single game. And when someone goes down, you need that next person to step up without any drop-off.
You guys have to replace Cater, right tackle. We heard Kyle Cox, Hall Smith, and Rick Moore have gotten some snaps there. Mm-hmm. What have you seen out of that competition? What have you seen out of those guys?
I think they're doing a great job. Hall, going into his redshirt sophomore year, he's got a lot more experience than those other guys. Rick's got some time here, but he wasn't here as long as Hall, I don't think. And Kyle's just younger, but he's still learning. Strongest kid I've ever seen in my entire life. He had a crazy clean. So yeah, he's got a lot of potential going for him.
And you played pretty early in your career. What would your best piece of advice be for those kids as they get ready to step into their first year?
I think my biggest piece of advice would be get as ready as you can, because when the moment comes, you're not going to be disappointed in yourself that you over-prepared.
Are you still able to work on snapping, or what all can you do?
Yeah, snapping, my first steps, a lot of running stuff right now.
So would you say are you behind this spring because you can't do everything with team, or do you feel like you're still doing enough that you're going to be fine?
Behind, I wouldn't say behind. I would say I'm trying my hardest to keep everyone at the same level.
What about Latrell Campbell stands out to you?
He's a hard worker. Having what he happened last year, seeing him come out, it was awesome seeing him out there. I didn't recognize him because he changed his number, and I was like, who's number 3? And he messed someone up on a block, and I was like, oh, wow. And he came off the side, he was all hyped. I was like, oh, that's Latrell, he's back.
How's it working with Dirk Cutter?
Oh, it's awesome. Great guy, so much knowledge. On and off the football field, great person, just in general.
It seemed like when he got the job, there was like a lot of excitement and stuff in the team meeting room. Some guys had worked with him in the past. I mean, what's he brought in? I guess the transition pretty seamless. It seems like.
Yeah, he just brings confidence because he knows what he brings to the table, and that confidence spreads throughout everybody down, trickles down from whether you're a starter all the way down to the oranges.
What stands out to you about Malachi?
He loves getting work in. You know, even when I'm not necessarily able to do stuff, he'll ask me if I can go get snaps, work with him, yeah, he loves the work.
And does it surprise you at all that Maddox is this close to being back? I mean, it seems like he's doing more than anybody thought he would be at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that threw me off for sure. Seeing him out there, I was pumped because I was in there doing rehab with him, and then they told him, like, hey, you're going to go out there the next day right when we were starting, and I was like, whoa, nice, good for you. Mm-hmm.
What's that say about Maddox?
I mean, just shows how much of a competitor he is. He always has that chip on his shoulder.
Were you like, hey, what about me?
Yeah.